Here's your engaging YouTube script. Have you ever noticed how some people suddenly stop talking to their own family, and everyone around them acts shocked? Like, how can someone cut off their own parents? But what if the real question is, what happened to make them do it in the first place? Because most people don't wake up one day and randomly say, you know what? I'm deleting my entire family like old WhatsApp chats. Usually, it's years of emotional pressure, silent pain, guilt, or feeling misunderstood. Psychology says family cutoffs are often not about hate. They're about survival. Some people grow up in homes where love feels conditional. You only get appreciation when you obey. You only feel accepted when you stay quiet. And the moment you become yourself, suddenly you're disrespectful. Imagine being around people who constantly make you feel small, but society keeps saying, they're family, so you must tolerate it. That's confusing for the brain, because humans naturally want connection with family. So when someone decides to walk away, it usually means they tried everything before reaching that point. And here's something interesting. Psychologists say emotional pain from family can actually hurt more than pain from strangers. Why? Because strangers were never supposed to protect you. Family was. That's why comments like, you'll never be good enough, or why can't you be like your cousin, stay in someone's mind for years. Even as adults, you know that one uncle who turns every family gathering into a TED Talk about your failures? Yeah, people don't forget that stuff. Sometimes family relationships become emotionally exhausting. One person is always manipulating. Another ignores boundaries. Someone else turns every argument into guilt. And slowly, the brain starts connecting family with stress instead of safety. That's when distance begins to feel peaceful. And honestly, peace is addictive. Some people cut off family because they finally realize something powerful. Being related to someone does not automatically mean they're healthy for you. That sentence alone makes a lot of people uncomfortable, because society loves the idea of family, but psychology focuses on emotional reality. Now, this doesn't mean every family problem should end in cutting people off. Sometimes relationships can heal through communication, therapy, or time. But in certain situations, distance becomes the only way a person can mentally breathe again. And here's the strange part. Many people who cut off family members actually feel guilty afterward, even if the relationship was toxic, because humans are wired for attachment. So their brain keeps asking, did I do the right thing? What if I'm the bad person? Meanwhile, they're finally sleeping peacefully for the first time in years. That contradiction is incredibly common. One of the biggest psychological reasons behind family cutoffs is boundaries. Healthy families respect boundaries. Toxic ones often treat boundaries like personal attacks. The moment someone says, I need space, people suddenly act like you declared war. And let's be honest, some families believe privacy is illegal. You buy one thing online, and suddenly the entire family committee is investigating your financial decisions. Another reason people walk away is emotional invalidation. That's when someone constantly dismisses your feelings. You say, that hurt me, and they reply, you're too sensitive. Over time, that slowly damages self-esteem, because the person starts questioning their own emotions. And eventually, distance feels easier than constantly defending your feelings. But here's something important. Cutting off family is rarely a happy decision. Most people don't celebrate it. They grieve it. They grieve the relationship they wish they had. The loving parent, the supportive sibling, the peaceful home. Sometimes they're not walking away from family. They're walking away from pain. An understanding that changes everything. Because behind almost every family cutoff, there's usually a story nobody bothered to ask about.